Events are good for business for two main reasons. They can either help your business make money or they can help your business save money. Let's talk about it. For an actual business, you can do a couple of different things. You can either host an event for your customers or you can host an event for your employees. Those are the very basic versions of the only audiences you can host an event for. So if you host an event for your customers, well, what types of events are you going to be hosting for them? You could be hosting a product launch, like Apple does it pretty much every year, and they have for a long time since Steve Jobs first announced, like, hey, this is what we're doing with Apple. And it was a big secret. Every year it's, hey, what are they going to unveil this year? Is it the new AirPods? Is it the new iPad? What's going to be the differences in the new iPhone as it changes from year to year? So you can do a product launch or things like that. If it's for your customers, it could be a grand opening. In my career, I helped Chick-fil-A open, I have to go back and count, but I mean, close to 100 different restaurants and did events, more than 100 events around grand openings for restaurants around the entire continental US. So there are money-making events, and these money-making events are either going to be focused on two things, really, with your customers. It's going to be either marketing, or it's going to be sales, or it could be a combination of the two. So marketing could be things like brand awareness. Maybe you want to host an event and you just want to get your name out there. You want people to, or maybe your name is known and the company's name is known, and you want people to just fall even more deeply in love with the brand. And you can do things like brand activations that have nothing to do with your actual company. One time I was in South by Southwest. I was at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, and there was an entire street of houses that had been taken over by companies, and they were doing these brand activations. Now, Netflix had the Netflix house, but the interesting thing about this was the Netflix house wasn't about Netflix itself. It was about a movie that Netflix was promoting, and they wanted everyone to go home and watch it when it came out like a month or two later. So there's marketing and branding. I would classify that as marketing. And then there is sales. So if you're doing an event centered around sales, then maybe you're actually selling during your event or you're selling after the event. One time I helped a company live stream. It was a webinar where they had a brand new machine. These machines, it was actually 3 machines in a brand new warehouse outside of Atlanta, Georgia. And in this warehouse, they had 3 machines that each were like at least $500,000 or more. And so they did a webinar where we live streamed out to say, hey, here's where we are. Here's what you can come and see. And if you want to talk to a sales rep. And so it was really a marketing play that then it was introducing to a salesperson in which they were hoping to then sell one of these machines to one of these customers. So you can do money-making events, so centered around marketing, centered around sales, or you could do money-saving events. Now, you might be thinking, how is this event saving me money? Aren't I actually spending money on my event? Well, what happens if your employees don't like their job? What happens if your employees don't feel bought in to your mission? What happens if your employees aren't as productive in their role, if they're not as motivated, if they're not as connected to the big picture mission, the 5-year mission that you have forecasted for your business? So the money saving that you're going to do is you're going to hold on to these employees and you're going to make them more productive, which might also be classified under money making, but it's really around money saving. So these events are going to be communication heavy events that are internal for your employees. You're recommunicating the vision, the mission, the values, the goals that you have set forth, the processes. Maybe you're introducing a new vendor that's going to help your business save money in the long run. Maybe you're doing a IT launch where you have a new app that's coming in and you're rolling it out. And so you're doing something that's solely based upon this. One time I helped a organization that is a Samsung subsidiary. So it's a Samsung branch. It's called Harman. And they were launching a brand new analytics dashboard for like all of their people. And this analytics was designed, like they spent a bunch of money on it, but in the long run, it was going to spend, or it's going to save their company tons of money because of the information that they were helping to analyze and understand, and it was going to help their company grow. Other ways that you can save money with these events that they help you is through employee retention. So again, we're talking about, well, why are events good for business? If you want to keep your best talent, you have to get in front of them. You have to get with them. The CEO needs to cast the vision. The COO needs to cast the vision. Everyone needs to be bought in and needs to be ready to charge forward in order to make the company better. But no more than that, you're creating an event in a space where people can come and connect together. So the money saving that you're doing is it's actually more expensive to hire someone new than it is to retain an older employee. And when I say older, I don't necessarily mean like their age-wise. I just mean someone that's already with you. You don't have to go and onboard someone new. You don't have to recruit someone new. You don't have to go through the hiring process of finding someone new. If you have a strong company culture, you're going to hold on to your best talent. And events is definitely a strategy that should be leveraged for a strong company culture. So if you're wondering what are maybe some other money-saving types of events, they would be conferences, they would be field days, they would be team building workshops, they would be sales kickoffs where you get all of your salespeople together, you celebrate accomplishments that they've achieved, and then you teach them new ways to be even better at their job, and then you cast vision and you say, hey, if we do this, then if we achieve this, then we're going to get to do this as a company. So those are the differences between money-making events, money savings events, but all of those combined speak to us and tell us why events are good for business. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.